discussing Rasa Lila. Chapter 30, we're on verse number 3. Maybe we'll cover number 4. And so far what we're finding is that Shukamuni is revealing the response of the gopis, the emotional response of the gopis, losing sight of Krishna. He became invisible. So the first 3 verses are describing their sorrow. They're very upset and distressed at losing Krishna's darshan association. Then they started thinking of him. First they were devastated with disappointment and unhappiness and sorrow. And then they started, that emotion, that feeling kind of dissipated, and then they started remembering Krishna in a positive way. And they started thinking, remembering his smiling face, his smita anuraga, his smile is full of anurag, and his ikshita, and his playful glances, bihar ikshita, verse number 2. Very playful glances, full of pastimes. And now, again, we're hearing the whole chapter for 44 verses in chapter 30. Shukadeva Goswami is describing the setting, the scenes, the movements of the gopis, because the title is In Search of Krishna. So first they're searching for Krishna in their hearts and they're unhappy. Then they start searching for Krishna in their minds and they're remembering him, and then as they remember him more and more, they become bewildered, vibram, which we heard yesterday mentioned twice. Then they become pramad, which means extremely mad. So then finally they start searching for Krishna, actually moving, and then taking on the mood of Krishna and the very lilas of Krishna. So this is text number 3. Gati smita prekshana bhashanadishu priya priyasya pratiruda murtaya asammaham asavaham twit yabalas-tadatmikan yavedishu krishna vihara vibrama. Translation. Because Krishna's beloved gopis were absorbed in thoughts of their beloved Krishna, their bodies imitated Krishna's way of moving and smiling, his way of looking at them, Krishna's speech they were imitating, and Krishna's other distinctive features. Deeply absorbed and immersed in thinking of Krishna, and maddened by remembering his pastimes, the gopis declare to each other, I am Krishna. Then one gopi looked at another gopi, I am Krishna. Another gopi, and then she returns, I am Krishna. And no one's challenging. It's not like here, if you say, I am big, and say, oh, I am big, and then there's a fight. Okay, you're Krishna, I accept that, and I'm also Krishna, and the other gopi accepts that. By the Yogamaya's arrangement. So this is the situation. Now they've finally become so absorbed in Krishna. Again, this word is tadatmika, which appeared yesterday's verse. Their atma, their entire being was fixed in that one, tad, Krishna. Jiva Goswami Pad gives some beautiful insight into this verse, which we can read. And he mentions here, as per the standard, they comment on particular words. Actually, before I do that, which is usually the flow and the krama, the sequence, we introduced a new krama, or sequence yesterday in the pravachan, by doing something that we did years ago. Before we go deep into the commentaries of the acharyas and add a few words of from our side, by the mercy of our Guru, Parampara, Parivar, and Krishna, let us take a look at the words themselves, the Sanskrit words, and what they mean, and what kind of feelings they convey, and what kind of images and pictures that they create in our minds when we hear the description. Gati smita prekshana bhashanadishu. Krishna's, their prekshan, ikshan means looking, and vasha, Vashavi Nirod Brajavasha. So they're talking like Krishna, They're remembering Krishna's smita prekshana. There's different ways of looking or glancing at someone. Glancing with happiness, glancing with joy, glancing with anger, glancing with envy, glancing with jealousy. There's different ways. So here it says smita prekshana. Their glances are smiling because they're trying to capture the smiling and anuraga of Krishna's heart, which was mentioned yesterday in verse 2, that they remember that Krishna is looking at them with anuraga smita, intense loving mood is coming from his eyes. So now when they say, I am Krishna, one gopi looks at the other and says, I am Krishna, then she has to have those same loving glances of Krishna, and the same speech. They're trying to imitate his speech, so you can imagine the abalas, they're called abala. Bala means strong, like Balaram, Bala. But abala means not so. They're strong. Women are strong in heart and strong in mind and strong in determination, but generally, here and here, they're not so physically strong. So abala means weak in the physical sense, but they're not that weak because they conquer Krishna with their love, and they control Krishna. So that's the ultimate power, if you can control the source of all power. The Parameshwara Krishna is controlled by a little 14-year-old girl with very thin arms like lotus stems, and she can't lift dumbbells and barbells and all these things, but she can lift milk pots and water pots, which are really heavy, and manage to get them to where they have to go. So they're imitating Krishna's speech. So they're abala, they're ladies, so ladies' speech is high, and Krishna's speech is deep. So you can imagine when ladies, like men, try to speak like ladies in some drama, then they have to effect a high-pitched voice. Wow! Then if women try to depict a man in drama, then they have to go some octaves down the scale. Hey, I am Krishna. And the gopis, oh yeah, you're, because it says Bhashanadishu. So beginning with his glances and his speech, because that's what captures everyone. Everyone is captured by the glances and the speech. Someone looks at you with very romantic and interested eyes and attracted eyes, and you're registering something in your mind that it seems there's some, let's say, chemistry going on here between the two people, and then if some speech comes, then it will be sealed and confirmed. Because you get the message from the face and the eyes, the ikshana, smita prekshana, but then the bhashanadishu. So beginning with the glances, the gopis are looking at each other like Krishna, I'm Krishna. Then they speak, oh, Priyaji, you're so beautiful, you're so talented. Because bhasha means speech. So they're imitating Krishna's speech. So one gopi I'm Krishna. Oh, gopi, you have such beautiful beautiful black hair. And oh, gopi, So then they're speaking in a deep voice and all kinds of flattery, which indicates that they're really in love with this other gopi that they're speaking to, who also thinks she's Krishna. So again, remember, the overriding theme of the discussion is we're describing madness, pramad. This is how mad ladies or gentlemen, how they think and act. And here it's transcendental, it's divine. And hearing about this is purifying and elevating and transforming, and will bring us to the platform we desire, which is the service of Radharani's lotus feet. Because the gopis, they show the way. The Gopi Bhav Anugata. That's line 1. So then, Priya Priyasya Pratiruda Murtaya.